There was a time, not so long ago, when the experts told us that the physical object was dead. Kindles were going to replace paperbacks. Spotify was the final nail in the coffin for the CD. Even movie theaters were supposedly on life support, destined to be replaced by the convenience of the couch and a Netflix subscription. But a funny thing happened on the way to the digital utopia. In 2026, we aren't seeing the death of the physical, but we are seeing its glorious, expensive, and deeply emotional resurrection. And surprisingly, it isn't the boomers or Gen X leading the charge. It's Gen Z. The fatigue of the infinite. To understand the analog renaissance, you first have to understand digital fatigue. Gen Z is the first generation to live with the infinite scroll. They have every song ever recorded, every movie ever made, and every book ever written available at their fingertips. But as it turns out, having everything means nothing means special. When you have 80 million songs on Spotify, music becomes content. Audio wallpaper that plays while you do the dishes. But when you pull a vinyl record out of its sleeve, carefully place the needle, and sit down to look at the gatefold art, that's an event. The surge in vinyl sales, which have now outpaced CDs for 17 consecutive years, and the explosion of indie bookstores aren't about nostalgia. Most Gen Zers weren't even alive during the golden age of records. This is more about intentionality. It's about choosing to engage with one thing at a time. The aesthetic sanctuary. Social media, for all of its flaws, has actually helped save the physical object. The bookshelf wealth trend on TikTok or vinyl core on Instagram has turned the physical collection into a status symbol. But it's more than just showing off. Physical objects offer a sanctuary. A physical book doesn't send you a notification that your boss just emailed you. A record player doesn't have an algorithm trying to sell you a subscription. In a world where our attention is the most valuable commodity being harvested by big tech, a physical object is a rare dead zone where we can just be. The indie bookstore as the third place. Perhaps the most surprising comeback has been the independent bookstore. After being decimated by Amazon in the early 2010s, indie shops are currently seeing a massive growth spurt. Why? Because they offer something an algorithm can't: community. The modern indie bookstore in 2026 isn't just a place to buy a product. It's a third place, a space outside of home and work where people gather. It's the book clubs, the local author readings, and the blind date with a book displays. It's the human recommendation from a bookseller who actually knows your name. We are seeing the same thing with boutique cinemas. While massive multiplexes struggle, small curated theaters that offer film festivals, 35 screenings, and a no phones policy are thriving. The Gen Z don't just want to watch a movie, they want to experience cinema with other humans. The price of tangibility. Of course, this renaissance isn't cheap. Vinyl records are expensive. Hardcover books are a luxury. In 2026, owning a physical collection has become a form of slow living. It's a pushback against the disposable nature of modern life. We are seeing a shift in consumer behavior. People would rather own 5 high-quality, beautiful objects that they love than have access to 5,000 digital files they'll never look at twice. The verdict: the future is analog. As we look toward the rest of the decade, the analog renaissance shows no signs of slowing down. As AI-generated content begins to flood our digital feeds, the value of the human-made and the physically held will only skyrocket. The physical object is no longer just a way to consume media. It's a protest. It's a way of saying, I'm here, this is real, and I'm paying attention. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by digital noise, do yourself a favor. Close the laptop. put the phone in the other room. Go to your local indie shop, buy a book you've never heard of, and just read. No notifications, no algorithms, just you and the paper. It's the most revolutionary thing you can do in 2026.